This video features a contemporary flintlock long rifle built in 1991 by master gun builder Keith Casteel. In the world of muzzle loading, Casteel is widely regarded as one of the top builders of classic, handcrafted rifles in the United States. Unlike many contemporary long rifles that are ordered by collectors, this rifle is something special. Casteel built it for himself as his own personal hunting gun. As we look at it in detail, you will see how it captures the graceful lines and restrained elegance of the Golden Age Pennsylvania long rifle, rather than the heavily decorated style seen on some presentation pieces. Before we dive into the rifle, it is worth saying a few words about the man who built it. Keith Casteel is a renowned American rifle maker and bladesmith, with decades of experience building high-end muzzle-loading firearms. A master gunsmith at Colonial Williamsburg once described him as one of the top builders of classic muzzle-loading rifles in the United States. His work has been featured in magazines and journals, he has mentored other successful builders, and he has written about some of his finest creations. Over his long career, Casteel has built more than 300 museum-quality long rifles. His rifles are in high demand, seldom appear on the open market, and have been eagerly sought by well-known clients, including President George H.W. Bush, Secretary of State James Baker, and Senator Orrin Hatch. Now let us talk about this particular rifle. On the original certificate of ownership, Casteel described it as, quote,
"One very fine 54 caliber flintlock rifle. It's mounted in presentation grade curly maple with brass furnishings and silver inlays."
He also noted that one of the silver inlays on the upper wrist carries his initials, KC, indicating that this rifle was built as his personal hunting weapon. That small detail sets this piece apart from his commissioned guns and gives it a direct connection to the maker himself. Compared to some of his more ornate presentation rifles, this gun leans into classic long rifle aesthetics. Clean, balanced architecture, tasteful ornamentation, and practical features meant for regular use in the field. It is, in many ways, a master's idea of the ideal working rifle. Casteel carved the stock from an outstanding piece of aged curly maple, often called tiger stripe, for its vivid figure. The presentation-grade wood catches the light and emphasizes the long, flowing lines that define a proper Pennsylvania long rifle. The rifle shows the slender wrist, graceful butt architecture, and subtle molding lines associated with the golden age of American long rifles in the late 1700s and early 1800s. Even with the heavier .54 caliber barrel, the overall look remains elegant and well-balanced. The cheekpiece is raised and shaped to bring the shooter's eye naturally into line with the sights. From every angle, the stock shows the hand of an experienced maker who knows what a flintlock needs to feel like in actual use. Moving to the hardware, the rifle is mounted in brass furniture that has been carefully shaped and finished to complement the lines of the stock. Each component flows smoothly into the next, adding strength without interrupting the long, slender profile. One of the focal points is the elaborate brass patch box on the right side of the butt. Here, Casteel's skill as an engraver really comes through. The lid and side panels are covered with graceful floral patterns and scrollwork. Behind the hinged patch box door is a small storage compartment. Traditionally, this space would hold items like cleaning patches, a spare flint, or other small shooting supplies needed in the field. The rifle also features several silver inlays that add both visual interest and personal meaning. As mentioned, the inlay on the upper wrist carries Casteel's own initials, marking the rifle as his personal gun. On the left side, attached to the raised cheek rest, is a large silver inlay that frames the shooter's cheek area and ties the decoration into the stock's architecture. Beneath it, Casteel mounted an ornate silver receptacle that holds a 14-karat gold pick. This small tool is used to clean the touch hole, helping ensure that the priming charge in the pan can reliably ignite the main powder charge. It is a practical accessory, and mounting it in a dedicated silver holder on the rifle is both functional and elegant. One detail that sets this rifle apart from many contemporary builds is that Casteel did not simply install a commercial lock. He built and tuned the flintlock mechanism himself, fitting it to the rifle and adjusting it for fast, reliable ignition. The flintlock's job is to shower sparks into the priming powder in the pan, and a well-tuned lock is the difference between a sluggish gun and one that fires crisply and consistently. This rifle benefits directly from Casteel's reputation for understanding and tuning flintlocks. To enhance performance, he equipped the rifle with set triggers. These allow the shooter to set the trigger for an extremely light, crisp pull, minimizing finger pressure and helping maintain accuracy on fine shots. Combined with the .54 caliber, 38-inch barrel, this configuration makes for a powerful, accurate hunting rifle, capable of delivering substantial energy on game at traditional black powder ranges. It truly lives up to Casteel's description as a very fine flintlock rifle built to be used, not just admired. This rifle is a textbook example of a contemporary long rifle. Made in 1991, it is not an antique, but it is built using traditional, largely handcrafted methods and design principles that would be instantly recognizable to an 18th century gunsmith. Contemporary builders like Keith Casteel helped keep the American long rifle tradition alive in the late 20th century by combining historical research with modern craftsmanship. Their work bridges the gap between museum pieces and modern shooters, giving today's collectors access to historically inspired firearms that can still be used in the field. Owning a rifle that a master builder made for his own use offers a rare window into what that craftsman considered just right in terms of balance, aesthetics, and function. In a collection of contemporary long rifles, this Casteel stands out not only for its quality but also for its personal connection to the artist who created it. Whether you see it as a piece of functional art, a working hunting rifle, or a link in the long chain of American gunmaking, this Casteel long rifle is an exceptional example of the contemporary long rifle tradition. I hope you enjoyed this closer look at the details, history, and craftsmanship that make this rifle such a special piece in my collection.